AITA for not wanting my disabled cousin at my wedding? I, 26F, am marrying my wonderful fiancé, Liam, 30M, who's supportive, kind, and thankfully completely on my side here. I know weddings are supposed to be about joy, love, and celebrating with everyone close to you, but one specific person, my cousin Tom, 29M, has made things so uncomfortable that I just don't know what to do anymore. Tom has a developmental disability, and even though he's 29, he functions with the mind of a 7-year-old. And listen, I've tried for years to be understanding and patient. I've heard it from every angle. He doesn't understand, or it's just how he shows affection. But for me, it's not that simple. And as I'm writing this, I feel guilty even acknowledging how deeply uncomfortable he makes me feel. But at some point, I feel like I have to look out for my own well-being too. Growing up, I was always an early bloomer. I developed faster than other kids. And because of my genetics and the sports I've kept up with through adulthood, I have a body that definitely gets noticed. I'm not saying this to brag, but because this one detail is basically how my family justifies Tom's behavior toward me. See, they say it's my fault. They tell me he's just a little boy in a grown man's body, and that he's fixated on me because I'm conventionally attractive. And, it's one thing to hear that from people outside my family, but when your own family treats you like you're at fault, that stings in a way I don't even have words for. Tom has this behavior that's incredibly invasive, and no matter how I try to establish boundaries, it keeps happening. It started with hugs that felt a little too tight and lingered a little too long. He started accidentally brushing his hand against my chest or lower back, which made me feel weird, but I was young and didn't know how to respond. Over time, though, it became more than just brushing. There have been so many moments when he's touched my chest but always with this weird possessiveness that I'm told to just dismiss. But it doesn't stop there. Tom has this idea that I'm his girlfriend. He talks about it to his caregivers, to his parents, to everyone who will listen. And it's not like a cute, innocent thing either. He'll say outright that he doesn't like Liam, my actual fiancé, because he thinks Liam is trying to steal his girlfriend. He even tells people he's going to marry me one day, as if he's truly planning it. I can't even begin to explain the discomfort that wells up every time he does this. But whenever I express that to my family, they brush it off. They say it's harmless, and he's just playing. When I finally started dating Liam, things with Tom escalated. He outright rejected the idea of us as a couple and told everyone I was cheating on him. He even told Liam to back off because I belong to him. It's embarrassing and upsetting, and I feel like no one in my family takes it seriously. When I bring up my discomfort, my mom tells me I'm overreacting or entertaining his ideas too much, and it makes me feel like a villain in my own life story. I've gone along with it for years, trying to be understanding, keeping up my patience. But with my wedding day coming up, I've been thinking about what that day would look like if Tom were there. I want this day to be peaceful, relaxed, and free from the kind of stress he brings. I don't want to be on edge, wondering if he'll interrupt the ceremony, say something inappropriate, or just make me feel on display. Liam agrees that I shouldn't feel forced to deal with this on our wedding day, and he's honestly been my biggest advocate, reminding me that my comfort and happiness matter too. When I finally brought up the idea of not inviting Tom to my mom, she flipped out. She said I was cruel and heartless for even thinking about excluding him. She went on about how he'd be devastated, how it would ruin his day, and how he'd feel rejected because he's different. My family made me feel like some kind of monster for even suggesting that I wanted a break from this on my wedding day. It's hard not to feel like I'm being unreasonable. Tom, after all, doesn't really understand what he's doing. I know his mind doesn't process things the way ours does, but that doesn't change the fact that his behavior has left me feeling objectified and ignored for years. I'm struggling with whether I owe it to him, and to my family, to just grit my teeth and get through it. I'm torn because I know he's not fully aware of the boundaries he crosses. But on the other hand, I feel like my family's lack of support is what's allowing it to continue unchecked. They've made it clear they think this is my burden to bear because Tom doesn't know any better, and because I'm the only one who encourages his behavior. But isn't it my wedding too? Isn't it supposed to be about Liam and me, our love, and our commitment? I want to feel beautiful, safe, and respected on this day. Not like I'm someone's possession or that I have to put on a smile while enduring behavior that's crossed the line too many times to count. So, here I am, asking if I'm the asshole for considering not inviting Tom. Ida?